Your own understanding, truth under Babylon's empiricism. What up? Racism. Yeah, let's talk about racism. Um, Once again, another ism. Racism basically describes the social nuances from mixing cultures. That's really all it does. It's really all it is. If you want to actually give it substance, that's what it is. So, in order to create a racist, I'll give you the ingredients. So first, you grab the indigenous and you infect the gene pool with recessive genetics, a recessive seed. As soon as that happens, you now break the solidarity that there was within that indigenous community. At that point, when you add that degenerative gene into the gene pool, you now have broken the natural resonance between the individuals in that culture, within that indigenous culture. That's one ingredient. After that, what happens naturally, obviously the practice continues, raping of another culture, raping of the indigenous. Um, and what that does is create an environment for conflict within that indigenous, well, once indigenous community. And now you allow for all the other social nuances, all the other isms to take place. Colorism comes first. So you add the rape and infiltration of the gene pool with inferior genetics, which inspires colorism within that indigenous community. That's the first step. Now, after you do that, you get you get to further divide that indigenous community with your influence, witchcraft and gunpowder. Now you get them to subscribe to a system, a program that you create to further separate the concepts from being able to unite and obviously continue with the indigenous program. So you can't now, because now you have all the other infiltrations, colorism, you have the inferior genetics, and now you have a monetary system, which is part of the program in order to further divide in business. So business, the monetary system, basically is another ingredient to separate the people. Now, once you have all those things in place, you use the witchcraft and the gunpowder to get them to subscribe to your program. And you create within your own idealism, because you are the one who basically is bestowing this upon the indigenous. You give them your idealism, have them forget their own natural connection to the environment, and now you slowly get to control these people. Now, the business and the monetary system and all, that's the racetrack. Yeah, I said it. It's the racetrack. So now, you've created a racetrack. You have created a racetrack. And you are the owner of the race. So, between legislation, bureaucracy, all within the same idealism as witchcraft and things like that. And your gunpowder, and the ignorance from the indigenous who do not know they're in a race constitutes racism. So, if you are a mere participant in a race, you can't be a racist. You could be a racer, but you can't be a racist. So that should clarify that debacle there, when it comes to racism, because you can't use something like racism, which is basically a word within wordism that you use to describe whatever you want. It's your word, it's your race. You can apply it wherever you want to. You can even have others use it, even though they have no idea what they're saying when they use it. But a racist is one who conducts the race. A racer is the unfortunate participant in an event that is rigged. So, folks, race on. See who wins.